Hey everyone, Fluffy Dragon here. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, and for everyone else, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about seeds that you can buy for gold that can drop mega snacks. With the recent console release, I thought now would be the perfect time to talk about these convenient options for mega snacks. Obviously, most of us know at this point that the best plants to grow for mega snacks are couch potatoes or evil magma peas, but not everyone has access to those options right away. I personally made a second account somewhat recently and have been struggling to start my couch potato garden. With the change to double gardening where it no longer drops double seeds, which is how I got a chunk of mine on my main account, getting a full 69 plot of couch potatoes can be pretty time consuming. So until I am able to get more evil magma peas or couch potatoes, I've been supplementing my mega snack needs with some of the plants we're going to talk about in this video. I debated on whether or not to rank these from worst to best, but I realized that there are just so many different variables to consider, such as energy cost, how often they actually drop mega snacks, the time it takes them to reach Elder, and I could go on, but it's basically impossible to definitively rank them because what matters to me might not matter as much to someone else. So to put it simply, there are pros and cons for all of these, and I will explain in more detail as the video goes on, but for right now, the important part is that these are in no particular order. Okay, anyway, I've yapped for long enough, so the first up on the list are the breadfruit bushes. There are 3 different breadfruit bush seeds that each have some key differences from each other, but before we talk about those, let's go over the things they have in common. All 3 must be planted in a large soil plot, and they all have the same needs and pest levels as well. So you will only need magic and rank 3 pest spells, regardless of which version of the breadfruit bushes you decide to grow. So the energy cost for a full plot of these would be 30, which makes them very cheap in terms of that. The mega snack you can get from them is golden wheat bread, which is a rank 9 snack worth 40 pet experience. Now, let's talk about their differences, namely their gold costs, gardening rank, growth speeds, and chance of dropping mega snacks. The first of the 3 is the basic breadfruit bush, which requires rank 3 in gardening and is sold for 600 gold by Charlie in Crocotopia and by groundskeeper Vern in Wisteria. You can also purchase them in the bazaar for half of the vendor price as long as they are in stock, which means you can get them for 300 gold instead. The breadfruit bush is one of the fastest growing plants that I know of, taking only 10 hours to go from seedling to young, 24.5 hours to go from young to mature, and 58 hours and 45 minutes to go from mature to elder. The low price and fast growth times are awesome, but they seem to come at the cost of the odds of actually getting a mega snack at elder. According to the wiki, each elder plant has about an 8.5% chance of dropping a golden wheat bread, so in a garden of 69 plants, you will likely only get between 5 and 6 mega snacks. However, in my own trials, which are likely much lower in sample size, so please take this with a grain of salt, I received megas at a rate of about 12%, so I got about 8 mega snacks per 69 plants. I find that hard to believe because it would make them suspiciously comparable in terms of drop rate to the other more expensive and time-consuming breadfruit bush types, which just doesn't make sense to me, but I thought it was worth mentioning still in case my numbers weren't just a fluke. The rye breadfruit bush is the second type, and it also requires rank 3 in gardening and is sold by Charlie in Crocotopia for 1200 gold this time. They can also be purchased in the bazaar for 600 gold instead. They take 24 hours to go from seedling to young, 42 hours and 45 minutes to go from young to mature, and 130 hours and 45 minutes to go from mature to elder. So they take a little over twice as long to reach elder as the standard breadfruit bush. Their chance of giving mega snacks does not quite seem to match that time difference because, as far as I can tell, they do not have twice as high of a drop rate, although it is very close. To be fair, there is no percentage listed on the wiki this time, so all I have to go on are my own trials, which makes my calculations less reliable due to lower sample sizes, but I'm doing my best here. So, based on my elder harvests, the rye breadfruit bush seems to have between a 15 and 16% chance to drop golden wheat bread at elder, which translates to around 10 to 11 mega snacks per 69 plants. For the last of the 3, we have the cornbread fruit bush, which can once again be purchased from Charlie in Crocotopia, but this time you'll need to be at least rank 4 in gardening in order to plant them. It is the most expensive of the 3, costing 1800 gold if you buy them directly from Charlie, or 900 gold if you buy them from the bazaar instead. It is also the most time-intensive of the breadfruit bushes, taking 32 hours to go from seedling to young, 62 hours to go from young to mature, and 216 hours to go from mature to elder. So they take over 3 times longer than the breadfruit bush, and about 1.5 times longer than the rye breadfruit bush to reach elder. According to the wiki, the cornbread fruit bush has about a 20% chance of dropping a golden wheat bread at elder, and that seems to be the consensus among people who have posted about growing them on the wiki forum as well. I must have just been very unlucky in my tests because I ended up getting mega snacks about 14.5% of the time, which is even less than what I got from the rye bread fruit bushes, and that just doesn't make any sense, so I'm sticking with 20%, which means you would get between 13 and 14 golden wheat bread per 69 elder plants. I'm not really sure what to think about these, so I would recommend you do your own testing of the three different tiers if you are interested in growing them. I personally lean toward the breadfruit bush because of the cheaper price and shorter growth time, but I can't really argue with the idea of going with one of the others for a higher mega snack chance instead. I think it really does just boil down to preference here. Anyway, moving on to the next plant, we have baby carrots. These seeds are sold by Farley in Wizard City for 1800 gold, but they are also auctionable, so you can get them for 900 gold from the bazaar instead. They require rank 3 in gardening and must be planted in a medium plot. They have fairly low energy requirements because they can only attract up to rank 3 pests, and their only need is music. So if you had a full 69 plot of these, you would need 30 energy to take care of them. Assuming you have none of the plant's likes activated, baby carrots take 20 hours to go from seedling to young, 40 hours and 45 minutes from young to mature, and then 144 hours to go from mature to elder. At both mature and elder harvests, this seed has a very rare chance to give the baby carrot mega snack, which is a rank 8 snack worth 25 pet experience. Based on my testing, very rare might even be a bit of an understatement. I received mega snacks about 2 to 3% of the time, which translates to about 1 to 2 baby carrots per 69 elder plants. So yeah, not great. It does have a low energy cost, but I would say that literally any of the breadfruit bushes are better options if that's what you're looking for. I know I said I wasn't going to rank these, but this is the worst one on the list if you ask me. It technically meets the requirements to be included in this video, so I couldn't just leave it out, but yeah, don't grow these. Next up, we have a much better option, the prickly bear cactus. These seeds are sold for 2400 gold by Charlie and groundskeeper Vern once again, as well as Ebo or Ebo in Selenopolis. You can also buy them at the bazaar for 1200 gold whenever they are in stock. You must be at least rank 5 in gardening to plant them, and they require a medium enchanted plot. They only have two needs, music and pollination, and the highest level of pests they can attract is 3. So it would take 45 energy to take care of a full garden of 69 plants. Prickly bear cacti take 26 hours to go from seedling to young, 56 hours to go from young to mature, and 216 hours to go from mature to elder. Aside from baby carrots, which basically don't count, this is the only plant in this video that can drop mega snacks at both mature and elder harvests, so you'll want to make sure you take advantage of as many harvests as you can to get the most out of your investment. They can drop two different rank 8 mega snacks, sunfruit and crab apples, which are both worth 25 pet experience. There is a 5% chance to receive either of these snacks each mature harvest, so if you have 69 of them, you would get an average of 3 to 4 mega snacks each time. The math gets a bit complicated for their elder harvest because you receive 3 snacks per plant instead of just 1, and although the odds are very low, you can actually get multiple mega snacks per plant. I won't bore you with the details, but the chance of getting at least one mega snack from a plant at elder is about 14.26%, assuming my math is right, and that would translate to about 9 to 10 mega snacks if you have a plot of 69 plants. So the prickly bear cactus is a really solid option, especially if you keep track of the mature harvests to make sure you get as many as you can before they reach elder. But even if you don't and you only get, let's say, 2 mature harvests, you would likely get between 15 to 18 snacks total, which is pretty good considering they are relatively cheap if you buy them at the bazaar, and their energy cost isn't too high either. Plus, they're really cute. I mean, look at the little guys. Sadly, the next plant is nowhere near as cute. Purple grapes of wrath are not sold by any vendor, but they can be found in the bazaar and cost 1800 gold per seed. You'll need to be at least rank 4 in gardening to plant them, and they require medium enchanted soil. They only have two needs, magic and music, and their highest pest level is 4, so a large garden of them would take 50 energy to care for. They take 48 hours to grow from seedling to young, 82 hours from young to mature, and then 288 hours from mature to elder. Once at elder, they have a chance to give the sunfruit mega snack for 25 experience. According to both the wiki and my own testing, the chance of receiving a mega snack is about 29%, but I would like to think that no one is diabolical enough to make it 29% when they could just round up to 30, so I'm gonna assume it's 30 for my own sanity. That would mean you get an average of 20 to 21 sunfruit per 69 elder plants, which is a pretty decent amount. Next, we have red grapes of wrath, which are again not sold by any vendor, but they can be purchased at the bazaar for 2100 gold. They require at least rank 8 in gardening, and they must be planted in medium enchanted soil. They can ask for all 5 different needs, so magic, music, pollination, rain, and sunshine, and they can get up to rank 4 pests, so they are very energy intensive. Assuming they required all of their needs at the same time and had rank 4 pests, you would need 95 energy to care for a full plot of them. They also take quite a while to grow, taking 48 hours to go from seedling to young, 82 hours to go from young to mature, and 432 hours to go from mature to elder. I know that sounds like a lot, and it is, but these are one of the only plants on this list that are guaranteed to give a mega snack at elder. Every plant will give you one sunfruit, which means that they are a very reliable option if you're willing to look past the time requirement and high energy cost. Purple bell peppers are up next, and these are once again only available through the bazaar. You can purchase them for 2100 gold per seed, and then you must be at least rank 6 in gardening to plant them in medium enchanted soil. They have 3 different needs: music, rain, and sunshine, and they can attract up to rank 5 pests, so their total energy cost would be 70 for a large plot of them. These actually take the exact same amount of time as the red grapes of wrath to grow, so 48 hours from seedling to young, 82 hours from young to mature, and then 432 hours from mature to elder, which is over 23 days, by the way, so please activate as many likes as you possibly can for these if you do decide to grow them. Unlike red grapes of wrath, they are not guaranteed to drop a mega snack with every elder harvest. Each plant will drop 2 snacks at elder, and each snack has a chance to be either a Dr. Jalapeno, a killer tomato, or a sunfruit, which is the only mega snack they can drop. Based on my testing, it seems to be an equal split, so there is about a 33.3% chance of getting each snack. You can also get 2 sunfruit from the same plant, which happens about 11% of the time. I'll save you the rest of the boring math, but basically you would expect to get about 46 sunfruit per 69 plants on average, assuming I calculated everything right. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think that's a bad amount of snacks by any means, but I do think that if you're going to commit to the ridiculous growth speeds of these plants, you might as well just grow red grapes of wrath instead, as long as you can afford the extra 25 energy, since they are guaranteed to give you 1 mega snack per plant. We're down to the final 3 seeds, and the next up is the Maelstrom Snapdragon. These are sold for 3600 gold by Ivaldi Silverpelt in Wintertusk and Barley in Chrysalis. Unfortunately, they are not auctionable, so you can't get them for any cheaper through the bazaar. These require rank 7 in gardening and large enchanted soil to plant them. Their energy cost is surprisingly low for a rank 7 plant because they only have 2 needs, rain and sunshine. They can get up to rank 5 pests though, so the total energy cost for a large garden would be 55. These do take the longest time out of all of the seeds in this video to grow, taking 59 hours to go from seedling to young, 111 hours to go from young to mature, and then 432 hours to reach elder from there. Once they do reach elder, they have a chance of dropping 2 different mega snacks: the Dragon Horned Melon, which is a rank 8 snack worth 25 experience, and the Mystic Dragon Fruit, which is a rank 9 snack and is worth 45 experience. So it is one of the only seeds on this list that can give rank 9 snacks, but I would say it is the worst of them because of its drop rate. In my testing, I got about 12 mega snacks per 69 plants, which is about 17.4%. Even if I assume I got unlucky with my harvests and the odds are more like 20%, that's still only like 13 to 14 mega snacks per harvest. It also seems to be about a 60-40 split between the 2 different snacks, meaning out of whatever mega snacks you do get, about 60% of them will be Dragon Horned Melons, and only 40% will be the rank 9 snack Mystic Dragon Fruit. So if you got about 12 snacks per harvest like I did, only 5 of those would be the rank 9 one. I will say that these plants do drop several decent reagents, such as braided vine, sunstone, fish fin, and scales, to name a few. So if you are interested in a plant that is more of like a 2-for-1 kind of deal, this is a pretty good one to grow. But if you are only looking for mega snacks, I wouldn't say this is the best option on the list. For the final 2 seeds, we have the Maltese Tiger Lily and White Tiger Lily. Both of these can be purchased in the bazaar for 6,300 gold per seed, which makes them the most expensive of the plants in this video by far. They are also the most difficult to get out of this list because they are only in the bazaar every so often, so you will probably need to camp out in the bazaar for several hours to get a full garden's worth of these seeds. The good thing about these is that they have the exact same requirements for gardening level, soil, needs, pests, and time, so they can be mixed together in the same garden plot without any issues. For gardening level, you'll need to be rank 8 or above. They must be planted in small enchanted soil, and their needs are magic, music, pollination, and rain. They can attract up to rank 5 pests, which means that it would cost 85 energy to care for a large garden of them. It takes these seeds 48 hours to go from seedling to young, 82 hours from young to mature, and 432 hours from mature to elder. They really only have 2 differences besides like what treasure cards they drop and what non-mega snacks they give, but those don't really matter for this video. So the main difference is which mega snacks they provide, with Maltese Tiger Lilies giving Captain Cantaloupe, a rank 9 snack worth 45 experience, and White Tiger Lilies giving Fancy Yogurt, also a rank 9 snack but worth 50 experience instead. Both plants are guaranteed to drop their respective mega snack at elder, making these the only option besides red grapes of wrath that always drop 1 mega per plant. The only other difference between these two is that the White Tiger Lily has a chance to drop the rare reagent Amber, while the Maltese Tiger Lily does not. This does make the White Tiger Lilies slightly better, but I wouldn't say it's worth trying to fill your garden with only those, because it would take much longer to get all the seeds you'll need from the bazaar if you only go for the one type. Plus, that way you get a mixture of 2 different mega snacks, which makes it easier to max out your pet's attributes. So that just about does it for this video. I do want to throw in my final thoughts about which seeds are worth growing, so I came up with some categories to help differentiate them. The best budget seeds would be any of the breadfruit bushes. All of these are great options, and it's really up to you which type you prefer. The most reliable award goes to red grapes of wrath and both types of tiger lilies. Obviously, they have some pretty hefty requirements to grow them, but you can't beat their 1-to-1 drop rate if that's what you're looking for. The best for any snacks goes to the prickly bear cactus. These drop all kinds of snacks besides megas, so they give you plenty of options to use for happiness for your pet or to fill in the gaps until you are able to get more mega snacks. And lastly, I do not recommend baby carrots. This is pretty much the only seed from this list that I think has no redeeming qualities or reason to grow it whatsoever. So yeah, that is all I have for today's video. I really hope you all found it helpful and that these plants give you the mega snacks to make the pet of your dreams. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to my channel for more Wizard 101 content like this. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!